Lihat kah? Itu, dia ke pantai bang, story aku, story pakai Cortez had 2 threes to try and Tyson get one. Brother. Welcome everyone to the Dingoy Roa Civic Center for Game 1 of the playoff section of the first ever Roja City Invitational Tournament. Today we have the second seed Adamson taking on the third seed De La Salle University Green Archers. This is Derek Kinano, accompanied by my partner Coach Kim Reyes. Coach, what do we expect here now that La Salle has their troops back in Luis Pablo and Dungo?
Yes, hello everyone. Good afternoon sa mga viewers natin dyan. And also what you've mentioned, ayan na nga, activated na itong Luis Pablo and Doy Dungo. So it's gonna be a totally different story. Kasi nga, di ba, nung eliminations, una sila nakita, panalo doon ng Adamson by just 3 points for that matter. So tingnan natin anong mangyayari ngayon.
Talking about that elimination game, Coach, that was a classic there, which ended with Cortez just missing on those 2 3-pointers to try and force the game to overtime. Let's see what the outcome will be in this portion, though, as Jonah nearly loses hand of the basketball, trying to muscle his way in, but Barcelona loses hand of the basketball. Possession will go to La Salle.
Na-feel agad nila doon yung presence ng isang Luis Pablo defending that paint para sa kanyang koponan.
Amos now, nowhere to go. Hands it up to Cortez. He penetrates. Cross-court pass, a risky pass there to Macalalag, ending in a turnover. Talking about the size there, Coach. They have Pablo now in action, and they still have Moses Kulang, who's by the bench.
Kasi nga, they have the luxury to take Moses Kulang off the bench, diba? Kasi you can play now Luis Pablo with Mason Amos.
Medina now, off to the corner to Erolon. Off with a step-back jumper, couldn't cash in. Second chance opportunity now for the Falcons. Jonah still can't get it to fall, and Amos finally secures it. Macalalag now at the controls for La Salle. Being guarded by Medina. Macalalag drives, his layup is no good. Back and forth we go between these two UAAP teams. Jonah now, top of the key, a bit farther than what he's used to. Montebon now, great defense there by La Salle, but Montebon still cashes it in.
Grabe, pahirapan talaga sila makakuha ng basket, no? Oh! Doy Dungo, huli siya doon ng traveling. Parang medyo, kung tawagin natin, ng tabo. Lifting, di ba?
Gotta give credit to Matthew Montebon, Coach, on that play. Do it on both sides of the floor for the Falcons. Expect him again to be really one of the important players for the Falcons to try and book a ticket to the finals. Speaking about Montebon now, he's at the controls for the Falcons. Great feed down low to JB Barcelona.
Montebon doing everything now for the Adamson shirts, di ba? At saka pala, para din sa mga viewers natin, pati dito sa live here sa Roja City, ang ganda ng nila, parang they're having a taste of the UAAP right here, right now.
As Cortez was fouled by Montebon, I believe, much to the dismay of the Adamson Soaring Falcons bench.
Sabay-sabay silang tumayo.
Oh yeah. But again, great wise move there from a crafty point guard like one Jacob Cortez. Sorry, the foul will go on Erolon, not Montebon. But the way Montebon complained, it looked like he was the one who committed the foul. So the foul will go to Erolon.
Jacob Cortez is actually getting a lot of those kind of fouls here.
Oh yeah,
with, as what you mentioned, those fishing expeditions. He's getting a lot of those.
That's just the skill and the wizardry that Jacob Cortez has with basketball. He can really fool his defenders.
Hirap bandayan ng isang Jacob Cortez, I mean, he does a lot in his arsenal talaga.
He doesn't look tall, but he is strong for his size with Cortez. Montebon now being guarded by Jacob Cortez. Montebon now trying to show he's as strong as Cortez, and he converts. Cortez now looks to counter for La Salle. Pablo seeing his first action of this tournament. Montebon tried to go for the steal. Dungo now nearly turns it over. Great heads-up play there by Medina, Coach.
Matthew Montebon, as what I've mentioned, he's doing everything right here, right now para sa Adamson. He's taking those shots, creating opportunities para sa teammates and even playing defense on the other end.
Amos now, his three-pointer is no good. And the ball is secured by Barcelona. Montebon, bit of a risky pass there with his offhand. Cortez, they have the numbers. Dungo, he gets in the scoring action for LaSalle. Transition is going to be very important here, coach, for both teams.
Transition offense, diba? Tsaka they need to take care of the basketball talaga kasi every transition opportunity na makita ng isang team, they would really try and get that points.
And it shows there on that previous possession from LaSalle. Great play there as Jonah on the other end nearly traveled. Instead, he will head to the line and earn 3 points the hard way.
Ang ganda ng ginawang rip run doon. Ito ni Jonah. And great find para dito sa guards ng Adamson. And actually, they need to make a lot of those plays na ganun diba? Parang they're being able to pull out the big man dun sa ganun kataas way up sa 3-point line. So they need to maximize yung rolls.
Yeah, coach, if you're Adamson, you really need to try and get those bigs from LaSalle out of the paint because there's a lot of tall bodies here wearing white. Makalalag now.
Pa sa Luis Pablo dun.
Oh yeah. And they added more size with Pablo as well.
And imagine, sitting at the bench, you have 7 Gagate pa, and then you have Moses Kulang, and of course, andyan pa yung Boris Marasigan.
A lot of strong and tall bodies waiting to play on that LaSalle side. And we haven't even mentioned their spark plug of this entire tournament in Joaquin Tovera, who had 25 points last night against Team Brian Curl.
Grabe, actually naunahan mo lang ako sabihin I was about to say na I'm really excited to see this kid play again on this stage, on this level right now.
We'll see in a few as LaSalle will go with the same lineup as Erolon is being pressured. Did not matter as he cashes in on that three. Pablo left him wide open for just a second there, coach.
Hindi mo pwedeng gawin yun. That's a big no-no. As we mentioned, diba, nung start, na itong Adamson really has the hot hands from way beyond the 3-point line.
But you can't blame Pablo, coach, because he hasn't played yet, so he didn't see what was going on here the past few days. But again, another risky pass. Although it was stolen back by Medina. Erolon, heat check is good! Back-to-back triples for Matty Erolon. And everything is going in for Adamson, coach. We mentioned it in the pregame. Another slow start here for LaSalle.
Pero nga kasi that's what's been happening sa LaSalle. Parang they're starting slow. Pero eventually they're getting that rhythm. Sabi nga natin, diba? Parang diesel. Pinapainit pa muna.
But if that diesel vehicle is LaSalle, coach, they need to warm up quicker because right now, Adamson, if they continue to shoot like this, it is going to get ugly quick.
Oo, medyo namamagana yan. That's already an 11-point lead. As early as 5 minutes pa lang yung dumadaan dito sa game natin.
Because in the elimination round, coach, Adamson led by 17 points there early in the second quarter, and then LaSalle just kept chipping away and chipping away. They even had the lead for a little bit in the fourth quarter, but again, you got to give credit to Adamson for really managing the runs and managing the momentum, hanging on for that 3-point win. One of the players who had a really huge role off the bench for Coach Nash Osella in that game against LaSalle was one AJ Fransman who had 12 points.
Oo, kasi yung mga nakukuhang jump shots ni Fransman, diba? It's really wide open and he does have that reach.
Jonah now waiting for the right moment there for Pablo to commit, and he as well, coach, very aggressive here to start this one. Precious Jonah.
Great patience dun para dito kay Precious Jonah.
Cortez spinning his way. Great feed down low to Pablo, but a foul will be called. The basket will not count for one Luis Pablo.
And I think that's not gonna be a free throw, diba? Parang action ng referee ng pasa lang.
So I believe the foul was called on the floor. As now we have Moses Kulang, who was very big both figuratively and literally, against Adamson during the elimination round. He had 14 points and 16 rebounds. 8 of those rebounds, coach, all from the offensive glass.
Grabe yung length na nabibigay niya talaga eh, di ba? And it's not just the length eh, yung willingness niya to go for those rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
Iba din talaga eh.
Cortez nearly traveled, the refs didn't call it. Putting on the moves on hitting. Just could not get the shot to fall. The wizardry there, coach, by Cortez.
Nasilip niya lang yung shot clock na 3 seconds. Nagawan pa niya ng paraan.
Stoppage on the floor here. 17-5 is our score. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left of the first quarter. We'll be back to the action here to give you the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds of the first quarter, as LaSalle will have 14 seconds to work with here on this possession, as Ray Alentora checking in for the first time of this ball game, together with Manu Anabu. And a near turnover there for LaSalle. Abadam skies in for the layup.
Great cut galing dito kay Abadam from the top of the key. Parang they were throwing up something eh, LaSalle. Ang kaso yung Adams na nag-shift ng 2-3 zone.
Oh yeah.
Kaya medyo hindi nagkaintindihan sa play na gagawin nila.
Great play there by Abadam, coach. That position looked like it was going nowhere, and then Abadam with a good cut there to finally end their dead spell. Anabu now, he'll try and test the defense of Abadam. Could not make him pay that time. Kulang could not get a clean handle of the basketball. Great effort there by Demisana, for really not letting Kulang get a comfortable position of that basketball.
Yes, tama. Kasi that would have been an easy offensive rebound para dito kay Moses Kulang.
Abadam there called for the foul. Great inbounds play by Adamson there, leaving Manu Anabu wide open there. Abadam had no choice but to not give up that easy 2 points, decided to go for the foul.
Oh, late na kasi. Ang daming nakukuha ang ganun ng Adamson eh. Yung mga nakakaw plays off that baseline. Kailangan talaga pag inbound, alert eh. Dapat you're really aware of what's happening, where's your location of your man, asan yung bola. Kasi they're gonna get a lot of those.
Ended up being somewhat of a good foul there by Abadam, as Anabu only converts 1 of 2 free throws, as the lead is back to 11 for the Falcons. Abadam on the other side. Someone needs to turn off their messenger phone call right now. I can hear a messenger phone call on the audio as Abadam. Nowhere to go. Anabu, great defense on this possession. Shot clock winding down. Dungo from way downtown. No. Again, great defense there by Anabu, and also way too much dribbling there by Abadam on that possession, coach.
Way too much. Parang masyadong matagal yung isolation na tinatry niya, di ba? So that's, the third time na konting maubusan ng shot clock itong De La Salle University.
But on this side of the floor, Demisana posting up on Kulang using his strong hand to score his first points of the ball game and will be rewarded with a free throw.
On the contrary, yung Lasal, nauubusan ng shot clock. And then itong Adamson, they're wasting no time. Attack agad.
Looks like it's in reverse right now, because if you don't look at the score, you'd think that Adamson would be trailing right now with the kind of pace that they are playing, but they are really comfortable right now with a 14-point lead, their biggest of the game thus far. Near turnover there by Tovera. Great defense by Eding. Marasiga now. He gets fouled by Franzman.
So we're gonna see right now kung ito ba yung si Tovera tsaka si Boris Marasigan, can they bring that energy na hinahanap nitong Lasal para makabalik-balik man lang sa game. They need to chip off some of those lead coming into the second quarter. Pero 3 minutes pa rin yan.
Oh yeah. They definitely need another spark here, coach, because again, another slow start for LaSalle. They are trying to see if Tovera will provide that spark again as he checks into the game here for LaSalle. 14 seconds to work with here. They go down low to Kulang. He gets it to go and draws the foul on Demisana.
Exactly the spark that we've been looking for. And saan pa ba galing yung pasa na yun? Joaquin Tovera it is.
He didn't score on that possession, coach, but he got the assist, finding his big man Kulang, who was rolling hard to the rim. He saw the height advantage there against Kobe Demisana.
Ganda rin ang ginawa ni Moses Kulang dun eh. Parang he was about to flare out, pero dininay, itadaanan niya. So he changed direction, diretso sa ring.
And I believe a lane violation was called again. So the free throw from Kulang did not count. As LaSalle now applying full court pressure on Mangaron. Easily broken there by Franzman and Mangaron.
Actually, pang-apat na yun na lane violation.
Oh yeah. As we see, coach, Mangaron uncontested to the rim. Great play again by Adamson, coach, really dragging those big men of LaSalle away from the paint as Mangaron just cruising there for an easy layup.
It's just, parang for me, it's too easy para sa Adamson eh. Para they can just go to the basket na walang problema.
Speaking about how easy it is, coach, they are shooting 66% from the field, and they haven't yet to miss from three. As LaSalle now will try and trim their deficit. Abadam down low to Pablo, couldn't get the roll. And their struggles will continue. Torres now, he can get hot in a hurry. Left wide open for a second and he makes them pay.
Diba, you can't leave someone like Torres ganun ka-open on top of the team.
Yep.
Walang nag-show na bigs dun sa pick and run nangyari.
With the guards of Adams, coach, they are giving way too much space talking about LaSalle. These shots from Adamson are looking way too easy right now. Great heads-up play there by Franzman, nearly forcing a turnover.
Almost.
LaSalle will have 7 seconds to work with here on this possession. Baseline inbounds. As the referee is just trying to give Tumaneng and Kulang a bit more space, because he believes they were way too close to each other.
Eh, same is na to eh.
Oh yeah. Marasigan shrugs off Anabu, disappearing, using the muscles as we see Tovera as well. You mentioned it, coach. Once Marasigan and Tovera checked in, we wanted to see them provide the energy for LaSalle, and it has showed in those last 10 seconds.
Narinig yata tayo, partner. Sabi nila, yung pala hinahanap nyo. Eto kami, Here's the spark for you.
And just like that, Tovera can make this a 10-point game. A very positive sight if you're a LaSalle coach for how they have struggled here early on. As we see Hunter Cruz-Damon check in for the first time. He'll sub in for A.G. Franzman. A bit of an early rest for Franzman here, coach.
Parang short minutes lang.
Mangaron now on the other end. The ball is hopping to Maneng with a hard screen on Marasigan. Torres from the mid-range. Off target that time was Real and Torres.
Great box out doon galing dito kay Luis Pablo. Importante talaga yun, no? Parang hindi pwedeng malaki ka lang. You need to know how to box out talaga.
Tovera couldn't get that shot to fall again. Kulang with an offensive rebound as he will head to the free throw line again. The hustle and the heart from Moses Kulang really providing LaSalle with second chance opportunities.
I just mentioned it, diba? You need to box out. Hindi pwedeng puro head lang. Pinakita agad yun ni Moses Kulang. Oh, no one's boxing me out. I'll get this defensive rebound.
And if you're Adamson, coach, it had to be at the top of your scouting during the elimination. Now you gave up way too many offensive rebounds, and this time they gave up a couple already in this first quarter alone. 4 offensive rebounds for LaSalle here early.
4 offensive rebounds agad, and we're still in the first quarter. And ang mahirap din is, they're giving up those offensive rebounds. Tapos, nagpa-foul pa sila. Diba?
And another steal there by Tovera. But I believe he stepped on the line. Tovera doing a great job of anticipating the passes from Adamson, coach.
Oo, basang-basa na eh. Read like a book. Makakuha yung pase.
Mangaron now will try and test the pesky defense of Tovera as Medina now checking in for the first time of this ball game. They give it to Maneng, who hands it off to Mangaron. 2-man game between Mangaron and Maneng. Great use of the footwork, just could not get the shot to fall, but they will have another opportunity. Torres gives it off to Medina. Shot clock winding down. Torres crosses Marasigan over. Torres gets rejected by Marasigan.
Yun yung sinasabi natin na mabibigay ng isang Boris Marasigan sa'yo. Not just offense. He plays great, tough defense as well.
Providing the energy. You mentioned, coach, on both sides now is Marasigan. As Adamson with 2 seconds left in the shot clock to Maneng. Can he beat the buzzer? Off target there. But another opportunity now. As Abadam with a steal. Pablo in transition. His layup is good.
Just drove straight into that defender. Alam niyang medyo may mismatch. He took it hard to the basket and got those 2 points.
And just like that, coach, after trailing by as much as 15 points, the lead is down just to 6 now for Adamson. Can they increase it on this possession? Torres. And just as I say that, they turn the ball over. An offensive foul there by Jared Tumaneng. 6 na, appeal 1.
Adamson now has already 6 turnovers dito sa quarter pa lang natin na to. Yun yung naging kaya bumaba yung kalamangan natin sa 6 na pwede pa maging 3 or 4, di ba? I think LaSalle's gonna take the last shot on this.
Again, if you're Adamson, coach, you really gotta take better care of the ball because they've given this ball way too many times here to LaSalle. As we head down the final seconds of the first quarter, Tovera gives it to Aim. Game clock winding down. Tovera to beat the buzzer. That shot is off the mark, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Adamson will carry a 6-point lead heading into the second quarter. especially to our team sponsors, MBM Construction, NLB Construction, B-Shine Pharma, Kingsfield Rice Solution, Wilmar Merchandising, Lux Production, and to our platinum sponsors, Big City Designs and Prints, Toyota Rojas City, Tanduay Rojas, RKF Industrial and Installation Corporation, to our gold sponsors, Cal's Poultry, LOM Marketing by Vice Governor James Mitang Magbanwa, and to our silver sponsors, Shuffles, FNE Enterprises, Lion North Security Agency, Plantanan Bank, JP Orleans Realty Development Corp., Civic Merchandising Inc., Mega Gold Construction and Development, Avescor Motor Inc., Capes Electronic Cooperative Inc., BY & Sons Trading, Dulce Via Beauty, and BM Junjun Billones, Solid Motorcycle Distribution Inc., Historia Forest Garden, and Gold's Gym. Coach, in that first quarter, what were the pros for each team, and what do they need to continue to try and pull out this win?
Of course, first things first, no, yung medyo maluwag na start sa defense na itong De La Salle University. And, of course, yung great shooting naman para dito sa Adamson Falcons. Pero, natapos naman ang maganda ng De La Salle, di ba? Nababa naman nila yung kalabangan. So, they need to be more consistent sa defensive stop sila and defensive system.
They definitely need to do a better job at limiting Adamson, coach, to these wide open jumpers, because Adamson finished that quarter shooting 55% as Cruz Dumont now in transition decided to do it all himself. Jonah was wide open running with him. He didn't reward his big man there, coach, for running down the lane in transition. Tavera.
I really thought he was gonna drop that pass. Diba? Parang, of course, you see your big man running ganun ka hard. You want to, as what you mentioned,
you want to reward him.
Yeah.
You want to reward him.
Yeah.
As I believe we have a challenge on the floor. As Adamson believed Iding did not touch that ball last. So we will have a coach's challenge here early here in the second quarter. We'll be right back. And Tavera will be the one to inbound the basketball. He is joined by Mason Amos, Earl Abadam, Boris Marasigan, and Luis Pablo. Meanwhile, for the soaring Falcons, you have Iding, Cruz Dumont, Montebon, Jonah, and I believe Earl Medina.
Nasampal yan.
my view got blocked, so I was not able to see who was that other player.
Yeah, he got slapped in the face right there. But they were trying to get the ball kasi. It's just that Marasigan got to it first.
Marasigan now. Pass it up to Pablo down low. Amos could not get a handle of the basketball. Iding putting on the gas. Barcelona couldn't get a clean handle of that basketball. Tovera now on the other side. Kicks it out. Abadam penetrates. Could not get the pass to go. Another turnover for LaSalle. Montebon being guarded by Pablo. Montebon drives. He is not fouled. He's not fouled. He turned the ball over.
Wow.
Step on the baseline was Montebon.
Those were 4 turnovers na straight para sa back and forth na action natin na yun. Ganun kataas yung intensity na nilalaro ng mga players natin. And I think wala pa nakaka-score. We're almost down to 2 minutes sa second half.
Speaking about scoring, I expect Cortez to really be more aggressive here for LaSalle to really try and end the goose egg here thus far in the second quarter. Amos, his hook shot is good.
Mason Amos going to work there.
Took him to the weight room. Was Amos against Barcelona. Jonah now trying to flex his muscles.
Wow.
Jonah too big, too strong against Amos. Cortez now pushing the pace. As Marasigan open by the other side of the corner. Early on, coach, really great job by Adams and really putting a hand up and deflecting those passes by LaSalle. They've had a couple of those already, preventing those easy jumpers for LaSalle.
Oo, kitang-kita nila saan gustong pumunta ng bola di ba? And yeah, with those active hands, they're gonna get deflections talaga.
Cortez now, he wanted that basketball. I believe they're trying to feed Amos down low. They see a mismatch between him and Barcelona. Great double that time by Rolones. Cortez, his short jumper is cash.
Jason Cortez, Jacob Cortez just standing at the right spot at the right time to get that easy bucket.
That's what can happen, coach. If you double team, someone will be left wide open, and Cortez was given enough space there to cash in on that jumper. Jonah now down low. Barcelona gets denied entry there as Cortez, Tumakalalag, he'll drive. He'll pass it up down low. Another steal for the Soaring Falcons. Montebon down low. Jonah spins. Jonah scores!
That's what we've been asking for kanina. Reward the big men that are running that hard to the basket.
Finally, that time, Jonah rewarded with his efforts for running really hard down the lane as the lead is back up to 6 for the Falcons. Eralon nearly with the steal there. Again, coach, LaSalle, they are really trying to abuse that matchup between Barcelona and Amos. Cortez again tried to go to his big man down low.
Talagang both teams, parang they're really going down to the post side. It's a big man nila. And of course, saglit lang, just a split second of mismatch. They're really locating those.
Cortez for 3. That shot is no good. Cortez tried to save it. Barcelona secures it, and Marasigan will be called for a foul. Just the first personal foul for Boris Marasigan for trying to save the basketball there, coach.
As we can remember, the game last night, parang first quarter pa lang, he already had that 3 fouls.
Again, if you're a Marasigan coach, you know how important you are to your team. You really got to be more careful with how you pick up these fouls because it could really come back to haunt them in the future. Barcelona again, nearly losing handle of that basketball. Erolon with 12 seconds to work with. He'll use a screen from Jonah. Jonah, a pass was a bit too high, but he still controlled it. Using the step back jumper there, just could not get it to fall. And Kulan now with the basketball, passing it off to Cortez.
Great move sana, pero medyo na-short yung jumper niya.
A foul is called. I believe an Not sure what the foul is. But before we do know what the foul is, we will have a stoppage in the action. Timeout on the floor, 5 minutes and 42 seconds of the second quarter. Back to the action here between LaSalle and Adamson. But I believe the foul was on one of the Adamson players, as the ball will stay on this side of the floor. As you see Alan Perez now, coach, checking in for the first time of this ball game. As now Adamson going too big together with Precious Jonah. Makalalag drives. A great feed down low to Pablo. Finally, that drop pass to their big finally cashes in.
Ang ganda ng penetration na ginawa nito ni JC Makalalag, and then finding Luis Pablo down the post.
Perez now receiving the ball way far. Erolon pick and roll to Jonah. Great hands there by Kulang, forcing the turnover.
Medyo mababa yung pasa, Hindi nag-bounce back up yung bola, sayang.
Kulang using all of his reach there to pick up the steal, as Cortez nowhere to go. Near steal there by Erolon. Dungo from way downtown! What a way to make your presence felt is when David Dungo cashing in from way downtown, and it's just a 1-point lead for Adamson. And now LaSalle, forcing a turnover, can take the lead on this possession.
Ang gandang sequence na nangyari yun para dito sa De La Salle University, Parang great shot and then a great stop right away. A chance to take the lead nga, sabi mo, partner.
Kulang thought about that three, kicks it out to Dungo, who just made a three earlier. They give it down low. Great passing by LaSalle. Kulang just could not get it to fall. And I believe the ball will stay on this side of the floor, as a foul is called, a pushing foul. The foul will go, coach, on Alan Perez. Again, you're going to have a tough time trying to prevent Moses Kulang from crashing the offensive glass.
Walang makakapigil dyan sa kanya. Baka roadblock na lang. To get those offensive rebounds, he's really gonna go for it all.
Kulang this time takes a three. An air ball there by Kulang.
Pero actually, he's already made a couple of three-pointers dito sa tournament natin na to.
You actually can't blame him, coach, for taking that three. Very capable is what Moses Kulang. Even Coach Topix Robinson wasn't mad with that shot because he was wide open. Franzman now to Perez. They're trying to set up a handoff as Erolon went for the cut there down low, as Luis Pablo will be called for the foul.
Gandang basa ni Erolon doon. Nakita niyang medyo nakaangat yung defense ni Luis Pablo. That's why he rejected that handoff, that zoom action, and went for that backdoor play right away.
14 seconds to work with here now for the Falcons, as Eding will inbound the ball. Hands it off to Torres. He can make that!
Yes, sir. Yes, he can.
Torres now with his first three of the ball game, and they needed that bad, as Adamson now only up to 4 points here. 7 points in this second quarter. Franzman with a steal. Franzman with a spin. Franzman could not convert on that layup. Great defense again by Pablo. As Dungo now on the other side. He uses a screen from Pablo. Picks up his dribble. And now Makalalag, he'll try and penetrate. He'll settle for the jumper and it's good!
Actually lang, no, we need to see more of those penetrations and scoring outputs coming dito kay Makalalag, di ba?
He's had a couple of those, Coach. Sometimes he won't even shoot the ball. He'll opt for the drop pass to his bigs, and it has worked a couple of times as Torres went for the heat check there. Could not get it to fall. Kulang on the other side. Just a bit too tall of a pass there, Coach. Even Kulang, for as tall as he is, even he couldn't catch that basketball.
Sabi ni Kulang, yes, I am lengthy. Mahaba ako, pero come on, man, I can't stretch.
Dungo, just a bit of a risky pass there to Kulang, resulting in a turnover. And now Adamson can make this a 2-possession ball game once again. To Maneng. Hands it off to Torres. Very surprising here, Coach. Torres is being guarded by one Luis Pablo. And a great play there by Kulang. I believe he touched that basketball. It looked like a block live. And now LaSalle want to challenge this play. And now the refs do make the decision. The ball will go with the Green Archers.
Okay. They reversed the call nga. Diba? Ganun ka-professional yung mga referee natin dito. Alam mo yung parang, yes, human errors. Parang they can correct themselves naman.
And they did it exactly there on that previous play, awarding the ball to LaSalle. Cortez now going for the alley-oop to Kulang. Great defensive play there by Tumaneng, preventing the lob pass. And the ball will go back to the Falcons.
As you can see, yung ilalim is really clogged for that possession. Kitang-kita nila kung papunta si Jacob Cortez.
A ding being guarded by Dungo. They want to go to Anabo down low. Is being guarded by the smaller Cortez. Anabo could not get the bounce as Makalalag secures it for LaSalle. Cortez, he has Dungo open on the other side. Will continue to handle the basketball here as Cortez. He finally hands it off to Makalalag. Cortez for three. Good! Jacob Cortez cashing in on his first three-pointer. And just like that, Coach, the lead is with LaSalle. Anabo now. He likes this matchup against Cortez. He could not convert on the previous possession. This time, though, he gets denied. Great help defense there by Kulang, Coach. Anabo thought he had the look, but at the very last second, the long arms of Kulang denying Anabo.
Kasi nakita na ni Moses Kulang na this already happened one possession earlier. So alam na alam ko nang gagawin mo and I'm ready to help you out.
And Anabo there, Coach, had a similar move. He just went with a couple of dribbles and then went for the spin. If you're Moses Kulang, as good of a defender as you are, you know that was coming.
Exactly.
Again, Anabo fades away. His jumper is no good, and that will be a shot clock violation. Great defensive effort by Cortez, Coach, on those two plays.
Oo, parang he really handled that by himself yung low post sa defense.
And now Earl Medina checking back into the ball game. He will sub in for Manu Anabo, who has struggled overall in this game. He has yet to make a field goal. Only a free throw thus far for one Manu Anabo. Cortez looking for Makalalag down low in the post. Will go for a pick and roll with Amos. Makalalag left wide open for three. That will not count to everyone watching and to the fans. That shot will not count since it already went above the backboard.
it actually hit the shot clock.
Clock, yes.
Sa ibabaw ng board. Kaya tumawag ng violation yung referee. But everyone celebrated.
Oh yeah. Because the ball still went into the rim. Eding now, a mismatch against Kulang.
Yeah, it was a clear round.
Eding now with the speed. Eding with the layup.
Great recognition done para dito kay Eding.
They flattened out the floor for Eding there, and he just put on the gas there against the much taller Moses Kulang. Makalalag now. Spins. Great defense there by Erolon. Shot clock winding down. Cortez spins. Great anticipation there by Medina. And now Adamson can go for the 2-for-1 here if they hurry. Franzman kicks it out to Medina. And now Eding will just wisely settle for a quality possession here. At the shot clock now down to 9 seconds. As a foul was called, I believe, on offensive foul. As a timeout is called here, Coach Topex Robinson will try and rally the troops here for the final possession of the first half. We'll be right back.
That's my Cortez. My Cortez. Ay, siya sa nag-pollution ko ron. Ay, nag-count ko. Tayo nang abuhan niyo. Kita sa offensive foul. Okay, kita sa offensive foul. Kita kan
Palayasin ko ba? Palayasin ko ba?
Ayan, yan na ba? Clear.
Ito sa kanina. Sa kanina ba? Ito na sa pan. Napunta sa dekan.
Hindi ko kita rin eh. Naida na yung Wagi.
Bola na.
Lasal. Offensive foul man.
Small ball sila. Abadam isa.
Okay na, Wes? Okay na? Oh. Back to the action here as we wind down the last 23 seconds of the first half. LaSalle can settle for the final shot here with Jacob Cortez, but he will have a hard time with the pressure defense of Eding. Cortez now, 10 seconds. Screen by Abadam. Abadam couldn't get a handle of the basketball. Adamson now with a chance here as Cortez wisely takes a foul there. Again, coach, great defense here by LaSalle in the second quarter, limiting the Falcons to just 9 points.
Dito sa second quarter, 9 points lang ang nagawa ng Adamson. And of course, as what you mentioned, props sa defense ng LaSalle.
Another stoppage on the floor here as I believe Adamson now will take a timeout to really try and set up a quality offensive look here for the Falcons.
Pero parang Coach Rosella was asking for a review para dun sa last
Okay.
yung sa last play, parang he was trying to ask the referees. Paki-check naman, parang unsportsmanlike eh. So now the referees are gonna check it out.
Because in some FIBA rules, coach, they do call an unsportsmanlike foul for preventing transition buckets. Let's see what the decision will be. We'll be right back.
Wala lang.
Okay na.
Back live here. That buzzer, coach, is very loud. Me and Japheth were like complaining about the buzzer. It is loud. You cannot hear each other because of how loud that buzzer is. But anyway, back to the ball game. 3.6 seconds for the Falcons to generate another 2 points here, or 3, depending on shot selection. As Montebon to a ding. They kick it out to the corner. Torres at the buzzer. No! And that will be how the first half will end. As we have a tight ball game here between the Falcons and the Green Archers.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the halftime break of the Rojas City International Invitational Tournament 2026. For our halftime break, we would like to invite 5 kababayi for the free throw. 5 kababayi for the free throw. May premyo kita ng electric fan courtesy of RV Empire. So please, line up. 5 shooters for the free throw. Please, come forward. Dali na kamo, dali na. Dali na, hindi na maguya-huya. And then, after sang free throw, mayara kita 5 man or 7 shooters for the 3-point line. 3-point shot. Okay, first line up lang, patadlong. Una, first shooter, Miss. Hi, please come. Please. Dali na. Daway man may makadto sila di sa una. Miss ka na di sa una. Ikaw una. Line up, please. Dali na. Una, first shooter. Dali na kay because oras. Sige, please. Pick up the ball. Aim for the free throw. Shoot that ball. Okay. Ready? Pabuta ha. Okay. Next shooter. Pwede ka assist, Lex. Cash for the ball. Second. Ang makapasulod. Winner. Dua ang aton winner. For the free throw. Isa ang sa 3 points. One more. No more. Sige, liwat. Balik. Okay. Aim. Shoot that ball. Next. Okay, aim, fires. Oh. Okay, next. Dawagin may makapasunod. Coach Bando, mabutan kita 30 minutos ini. Tutayan na lang. Way gyapon. Next shooter. Dua ka winner. Oy, way gyapon. Tulo ka matalom ang ring. Tulo ka na matalom. Aims, fires. Oy, kabos gamay na lang. Sige, more. Tira. Baway pagid. One more. Sige na. Oras, atag na. Okay. Sige. Para madasig. Waigid. Adjason naton gamay. Olo bante dire. Dire tama kila. Dire. Here. Yan. Aim. Fire. Oy, kabos gapon. Sige pa. Palapit-lapit dire. Miga. Oy, way gapon. Come forward. Dire. Okay. Tulo ka matalom. Tulo ka. Way gapon. Ari daw masulod na gini ang akong pamatsyagan. Masulod na gini. Oh! Way gyapon. Palapit na lang gini. Oy, dari na. Na. Sige. Tira. Ginawa. Ay. Okay. It's your turn. Sige. Okay, electric fan courtesy of RV Empire. Ang aton winner will receive an electric fan! Ayan! We have one winner. One more, one more. One more. One more. One more winner. Okay. Palapit, lapit, palapit, lapit. Lapit, lapit. Palapit, palapit. Okay, go. Shoot. Shoot that ball. Shoot that ball. Okay. Shoot that ball. We have winner, one winner. Kadto na to nakapashot. Kadto na kamo dito. Ha? Okay, ang nakapashot na. Oh! One more, one more. Next shooter. Oop! Oh, kabos gyapon. Ari daw masunod na gini. Okay, next shooter. Yeah! We have two winners. Congratulations. Thank you. Mga lalaki, please come forward para sa 3-point shot. Boto nagdamo kamo. Okay, kaya na. Tira. Tira. Go. Tira. Full. Sige. 3 points. 3 points. Oy, go. We only have one winner. Isa lang gid aton winner para sa 3-point line. Oh. Okay. Kadto sa likod. Kadto sa likod. Fire! Oh! Tapos na laban. We have a winner. Thank you. Thank you. Wala na. Puli na. Buwas naman. Better luck next time. Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, awarding. Why na? Okay na. Okay, we would like to invite our winners. Ang mga nagdaog ka to disto nga. Okay. Okay, ang nagdaog, why na? Okay na. Ang nagdaog, please come forward. Ang nagdaog sa 3-point line, sa 3-point shot, sino? Okay na siya, okay na. Balik na kita. Tapos na. Ang nagdaog sa 3-point, sino to? Ang nagdaog. Okay, we would like to invite Mayor Ronnie Dadivas to award the prizes for the winners. Sige, ihatag na lang natin gano'n. Okay. Sige, please. Please, award na. Liyog lang, ihatag natin. Come here, dala na. Okay. Ihatag na isa. Paliyog lang assist. Ihatag isa. Okay, photo ops sa aton winners. Photo ops. Okay, photo ops lang for the winners. Approve lang ta. Approve. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan natin ang aton 3 winners for the free throw and the 3-point shot. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Check. 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 Once again, we are now in the halftime game, and before we continue to the game between Adamson and De La Salle, let us first welcome once again our visitor, the former PBA star and the De La Salle University legend, Mike Cortez. A round of applause, please. Yes. So you're here supporting your son, of course, Jacob Cortez. How does it feel watching him compete in invitational tournaments like these happening in the provinces?
Super exciting, syempre. Good evening to all the people of Rojas, si Mayor, maganda yung tournament na yun sa Mayor Ronnie for the first annual tournament here. Maganda yung mga organization, tsaka maganda yung exposure para sa mga bata.
Sir, how are tournaments like this for developing young players, especially when they get the opportunity to compete against strong pro college teams?
Sorry.
How important are tournaments like this for developing young players, especially when they get the opportunity to compete against strong programs?
I think it's very important kasi malapit na mag-opening yung UAP. So, ginagamit nito para build up, especially being able to play against yung mga international teams, yung competition from Australia. So, maganda yung build up for the upcoming UAP season.
As someone who has been part of competitive basketball, what do you think young players can learn from an experience like this beyond just, winning or losing?
Number one, for me, discipline, tsaka hard work. Makikita mo naman, every day may games. Diba? Yung mga ibang teams, 2 games per day pa. And kahit pagod, kahit puyat, lumalaban pa rin.
Push in the next days. Finally, what are your thoughts on the overall organization and the opportunity this tournament provides for these young athletes, especially because we have grassroots basketball players who are watching us?
Sana ma-inspire yung mga bata. Nakikita nila yung mga UAP players. Sana it's a next step part of their dream. Makikita nila ganun ka sipag tsaka determined yung lahat ng teams dito gusto manalo. So congratulations to the city of Rojas and the mayor and to all the people of Rojas na maganda yung tournament, maganda yung outcome.
Once again, the PBA star, Mike Cortez. A round of applause, please. Live here in Rojas City. Thank you so much, Coach. This is still the Rojas City Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Mayor Ronnie Dadivas and the local government of Rojas City.
start of the second half here between the Soaring Falcons and the Green Archers for a spot in tomorrow's championship game. Been a back and forth first half there, Coach. After that cold start by LaSalle, they did a really good job to only be down one here as you start the second half.
Oo, kasi as what you've mentioned, no, nakabawi-bawi na nga itong LaSalle just by holding down Adamson with just 9 points itong second quarter natin. Tingnan natin kung magtutuloy-tuloy pa rin itong intensity na pinapakita nila.
One man who really got it going for Adamson was Precious Jonah, who had 9 points in the first half to go with 2 rebounds. Meanwhile, for LaSalle, it was Cortez providing the spark with 7 points and 3 assists, but he did also have 3 turnovers. Cortez, nowhere to go. Jonah with the steal, and they call a outside violation there on Jonah.
Sumakto sa paa niya, no?
Yep, because the ball hit his foot. So the ball will stay on this side of the court. But 6 seconds left on the shot clock now for LaSalle. Cortez, shot clock winding down. Cortez from deep. Off target that time was Cortez. And now the Falcons, can they increase their lead? Erolon, he'll face a soft hedge here from Amos. Erolon, he likes this matchup against Amos. Erolon with the moves, but Jonah just could not control that pass. On the other end, Makalalag drives. Makalalag with the layup!
Sinausaw pa. What a dipsy-do move there para dito kay JC Makalalag.
One thing though, Makalalag is not just a shooter, Coach, that time, showing off the finishing ability. Montebon will try and touch Makalalag's defense this time. Great defense by Makalalag. Jonah will decide to pull up from the mid-range. Off target. But Barcelona with the effort as Amos will be called for a foul.
Grabe yung battling nila doon para sa position to get that rebound, no? Again, as what I've mentioned earlier, we need more of those shots coming dito kay JC Makalalag. Kasi we know na he can put up those shots and those numbers dito sa board natin.
Doing it on both ends, JC Makalalag for the Falcons. I saw the Archers as Jonah misses on that lefty hook. And now LaSalle with another chance to increase their lead. A double high screen for Cortez. They let them open for a second as he will be fouled.
Jonah, Precious Jonah right there, no? Sa post, using his offhand. Dahil nga nagulo siya dito ni JC Makalalag. Yun yung sabi natin na he can play both sides of the basketball court talaga eh.
As we see Tumaneng now, Coach, checking in for Jonah. Very surprising here for Coach Nash Rosali. He has yet to plug in OJ Ojarikre, one of their other imports for Adamson, opting to go with most of his local big men here as they try and secure a spot in the finals. Kulang could not get that shot to fall. Montebon looked across the timeline as he hands it off to Barcelona. Barcelona down low. Hands it off to Medina. Barcelona with the screen. Barcelona, his teardrop is off target. Gets his own rebounds his own shot, sorry. But Montebon turns the ball over.
Sayang yan. Maganda sana yung ginagawa doon nila na little grenade action. Galing sa post, dribbling off for that handoff and then roll. Hindi lang na-convert eh. Balikan natin yung sinabi mo doon, partner, no, na as to why Ojarikre hasn't played yet. So, maybe we'll ask, baka may rules eh, na one import lang per game, di ba? Parang...
Might. Abadam now from the left corner. Could not convert on the three, but he will head to the free throw line. As LaSalle can increase their lead with 3 free throws from Earl Abadam, who has been a bit quiet here thus far in this game, just limited to 2 points.
So, yun na, may update na tayo agad. Pwede magsabay actually. Walang maximum player imports per game allowed. So actually, they can even go inside na sabay eh. Pero I don't think they're gonna do that kasi sa UAAP does not allow that.
Yeah.
Na dalawang sabay.
Again, with the size that LaSalle has, very surprising to see OJ Ojarikre yet to play in this game because he's also a very big body, very capable, and he will give all-out effort. The lead.
See him play last night.
Oh yeah. As we have a stoppage on the floor right now. I'm not sure what they're calling. I believe Tumaneng thought he was bleeding.
Hindi, in-adjust niya lang yung daliri niya.
Oh yeah.
Oo, okay na daw. Nabalik
Okay.
nabalik naman.
Just wanted to get 2 more seconds of rest probably. Was Tumaneng. As we see Manu Anabu now check in for the first time in the second half. So now Coach Adamson going very small as Anabu will play the 4 spot. He will have a very tough task with guarding Mason Amos.
Yeah, actually Adamson here going small ball. I think they're gonna be playing the 4-out offense again. There it is.
Tumaneng.
The blind pig action.
Yep. Erolon steps back for 3. Off the mark. Ball is secured there now by Abadam. A couple of hands were there, Coach.
Again, the length of a Moses Kulang.
As Abadam now on this side of the floor fades away. Still could not get the fall, but they will have another chance with Cortez. Abadam, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Amos for 3. Off target again, Kulang. Third opportunity now for the Archers. All courtesy of Moses Kulang's efforts. Cortez navigating through the lane. Gives it down low to Amos who scores!
Now that's the shot that you would want to get. Diba? Parang the earlier shot, Mason Amos had a 3-pointer. Parang as a coach, you do not want that because maliliit yung kalaban mo eh. Take it hard to the basket, use that side.
And that time Amos with a wide open lefty shot as Tumaneng gets rejected by Kulang on both sides of the floor. Kulang really making an impact for the Green Archers. That time rejecting that shot, and on the other side with 2 offensive rebounds in 1 possession.
Moses Kulang, walang pagkukulang talagang binibigay.
Especially if you talk about energy and effort.
Exactly.
He's all out talking about Moses Kulang. Eding now checking in for, I believe, yes, he is checking in for Mate Erolon. Meanwhile, LaSalle going for the same 5.
But still, that's still a bit of a small ball pa rin, partner. Yeah, now they recognize, now they see the mismatch sa ilalim.
Cortez down and deep in the paint. That's the second time now, Coach, where Cortez down low was left wide open. Because if Cortez was defended, Kulang was ready to catch a lob pass.
Right.
Tumaneng gets the layup to fall. Put it at just the right angle where Kulang could not rise up for the block.
He really went for an athletic shot dun eh. Medyo binen pa yung katawan niya just to get away from that Moses Kulang defense.
Cortez drives. Cortez passes it to us, Coach. We're not
I was
an active
ready.
player. We were ready.
I was ready.
We were ready to catch that basketball. I would have pulled up from deep.
Catch and shoot yun.
We're not even wearing white, which was surprising to me. But of course, miscommunication there by Cortez and I believe Amos, who went to the top of the key. So a sorry turnover there for the Archers. Eding now, he'll spin, he'll turn it over. Cortez on the fast break. Daep seeing his first action here of the ball game as Cortez will try and score on the post against Medina. Cortez gets rejected by Medina. Great defense by the Falcons. Jonah on the other end, muscling his way in. And now Cortez a bit shaken up here.
Oh, pero sabi niya, it's okay, it's okay.
Definitely a clean block by Medina on that previous possession, coach. Great defense there. Medina himself, very lengthy forward for the Falcons, can really do it on both sides of the floor as well. Abadam cashes in on that triple.
Wala nang ibang pinahawak si Earl Abadam.
Yup.
Wala
Oh,
on
yeah.
that possession. Sabi niya, I'm taking this one.
I was about to say, Abadam's just been dribbling this ball the entire possession. But he proved us wrong there, coach, cashing in on the three. Jonah, deep in the post, gets it to fall, and the shot will count for Precious Jonah, who has been the spark here for the Falcons the entire game. Now up to 13 points as he will head back to the free throw line.
Nakita mo yun, once Edding gave Jonah that basketball, it was a complete clear out. Talagang umangat yung apat dito sa may 3-point line.
3 points.
We will have a review on the floor here. We'll be right back. Back to the action here as the referees just want to make sure that previous shot from Earl Abadam was a three-pointer, but they did change the call, giving Earl Abadam just 2 points on that long range through there.
Still, it's still 2 points. And it was still a beautiful shot.
You'll still take it if you're Earl Abadam. Tovera now checking in for the first time of the second half. He's accompanied by Abadam, Daep, Pablo, and Dungo. Tovera kicks it out to Dungo. His corner triple couldn't even graze the rim. There was Dungo as Eding pushes the pace. Kicks it out to Torres. He drives, but I believe he stepped on the line. The turnover there for the Falcons, coach.
Great defense there para dito sa De La Salle University. You know? Really running down hard for that transition defense. At saka yung close out kay Torres. Alam naman natin, Torres has that three-pointer talaga yun.
As Asal forces the stop, can they increase their lead on this possession? Pablo, they give it back to Dungo. Down low, Abadam could not get the bounce as Anabu secures the rebound. Anabu drives. Anabu, his layup is off the mark as well. So back and forth we go now, coach.
Yeah, Anabo wanted to take that all the way to the basket. Eh, no? Nakita niyo, maganda naman yung nag-screen dito ni Jonah. Pero hindi nga lang nahulog yung shoot niya.
Tovera misses on that three-pointer. Franzman being guarded heavily there by Tovera. And now Torres is asking to clear out. He wanted to go one-on-one against Daep, but Tovera switched on it, and Pablo with the steal. Pablo misses on that jam, but he will have another opportunity as bodies are on the floor. Pablo is holding on to his knee.
We do not want to see that.
That is the last thing we want to see, coach. I believe Jonah landed on his knee. As we see on the replay, Pablo just missed on that dunk. But Tovera had the offensive rebound. Pablo had an easy look there, but the efforts of Eding and Jonah, and you saw it there, Jonah's a heavy body, coach. Hopefully, it's just a stinger now for Luis Pablo.
Yeah. Parang wala naman awkward fall na nangyari.
Yep.
Parang, there you go.
That's what you love to see, coach. A warrior
Of course, yes.
in Luis Pablo. As it looks like he will stay in the game. He'll just shake it off.
Sinake niya lang literal.
As we will have a review on the floor to see if there was any malicious intent. We'll be right back. That shot by Pablo was a goaltending violation by Jonah, so it was. So Pablo will have a chance now, coach, for a three-point play.
Yun pala yung nire-review nila nga. True enough, they did see a goaltend violation.
Pablo now will step up to the free throw line. The pressure defense for LaSalle, coach, already forcing a couple of turnovers. As now Adamson already with 18 turnovers, and we're still in the third quarter. And something we see very often in the RCIT Invitational Tournament, coach, a lane violation.
Yun ang favorite nila dito na violation.
Lane violation and offensive fouls has been very common here in the RCIT Invitational. Eding trying to muscle his way against Tovera. Tovera not backing down. Eding gets a shot to fall using the body over Tovera.
Literal na binraso niya lang eh. He just powered his way through Tovera to find that basket.
Tovera looks to counter against Eding. He passed off to Dungo. He'll try and use a screen from Pablo. Tovera thought about the three. 4 seconds to shoot here. Tovera, can he get it to go? No. And Jonah secures the basketball.
Great one-on-one defense doon para dito sa blue natin eh. Nakita natin yun.
Eding drives. Eding couldn't catch the rim on that possession, but Jonah could not get the bounce either. So the lead will stay at 3 for the Archers. Tovera versus Eding. It seems they're gonna flatten the field out for Tovera, but as I say that, Tovera picks up his dribble. Tovera spinning his way in. Dungo wide open three!
Ang ganda ng ginawa doon ni Joaquin Tovera to set up that beautiful shot para dito kay Doy Dungo.
Way too open of a look there for Dungo. As we're now down to the last minute of the third quarter. Fransman, Jonah was wide open in the post. They didn't find him. Fransman drives. He lost handle of the basketball. And now the Archers. Tovera now fakes the three. He'll drive. Kicks it out to Dungo. He'll drive now. His lefty layup is off the mark. And now the Falcons have numbers. Anabu, Jonah down in the paint and scores. Last shot time now for the Green Archers. As Eding will commit a personal foul. A good foul there since they are not in the penalty, as Coach Nastrosella and Coach Topex Robinson will make offensive and 4 defensive substitutions.
Oh, yes. Mga duty substitutions. We'll see who will get the better of it.
Marasigan will inbound the basketball. He wanted to give to Tavera, instead gives it to Daip, who turns the ball over. It favored the Soaring Falcons that time, coach. Active hands by Cruz Dumont. And as you say that, Torres, Montebon, and Franzman now checking in for the Falcons.
Ayan, another, ano na naman, duty substitution na naman.
Topex Robinson telling his players to also commit a take foul since they're also not in the penalty. But
Yeah.
time is going to be very key here because it could result in an attempt. Smart foul there by Iding. Tovera.
It's just their third team foul, para sa De La Salle. Pwede pa sila isa pa, actually.
Both teams, actually, in this entire third quarter, coach, have done a very great job of just playing clean defense for both sides.
Tsaka, clean defense pero yung intensity is still there. Active hands, bumps, pero they're all clean, walang foul.
Montebon inbound to the basketball. Erolon, can he beat the buzzer? He does. Can he get the goal? No. And that will be the end of the third quarter as De La Salle will carry a 4-point lead as we head down to the last 10 minutes of action. Ten minutes left to decide who will be the first team to book their way to the finals. And this game, coach, it has been tight from start to finish. Multiple lead changes. Again, La Salle started this game off cold. They were down by 15 points there early. Now they have a 4-point lead as we start the fourth quarter.
Naging story nga talaga, no? De La Salle University still limiting Adamson Falcons to just 11 points sa isang quarter, which is third quarter. Nung second quarter, 9 points lang, di ba? That's still really huge. That's why they have this 4-point lead right now.
And another interesting stat here, coach, for a team like the Falcons, who love to shoot a lot of threes. Thus far in this game, have only attempted 7 threes. So a different ball game here for the Falcons. And just as I say that, Erolon cashing in on that 3. 1-point game.
Yun yung missing piece talaga eh. Yung outside shots nila na yun, which is they're not even taking that much. Diba? It's not that they're missing a lot, they're not taking it at all.
And now small ball here for the Falcons, leaving Marasigan wide open. Who makes them pay? Both teams now go trading 3-pointers.
You were asking for it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
were asking for it.
They're listening to us, Coach, as Demisana
I know.
rebounds his own miss. Erolon from way downtown!
Cash out.
Erolon sizzling just as Adamson needed him. And it's back to a 1-point game. Amos down in the post, guarded by Medina. Amos, his right-handed shot is off the mark.
Oh.
He gets his own miss. Kulang.
Moses Kulang again making it possible for that third dish attempt.
The lead is up to 3. Erolon thought about pumping that 3.
Why not, di ba?
Decides to give to Medina. His perimeter jumper is off the mark. And now Cortez will calm the troops here for the Archers. They're trying to go down low to Marasigan. Pablo deep in the paint. Pablo scores! This is going to be the challenge, Coach. La Salle is so long right now. Meanwhile, the Falcons are very short. Montebon decided to not take that 3. He fades away. Could not score. Barcelona misses on that gimme.
And partner De La Salle is not just long, they're also really strong. They have Boris Marasigan here with them, Luis Pablo and Mason Amos for that matter.
Because overall, Coach, in this fourth quarter, again, you see it there, Kulang just could not get the shot to fall. Talking about La Salle, on every possession, they are trying to feed one of their players down low in the post because they see a mismatch.
Oo, kasi nga, medyo maliit nga ngayon itong lineup na itong Adamson Falcons. And the De La Salle players are already recognizing it right away. And they go to that mismatch.
And it's not just Kulang, Coach, or Amos. That, on those previous possessions, they went to Marasigan on one possession. They went to Pablo on one possession. So whichever they feel is the best matchup right now, La Salle is trying to abuse that matchup. As you see it right there, Jonah now adding size to the Falcons as Erolon finally misses on the 3. But they will have another opportunity. But Jonah just turns the ball over.
Yeah, dalawa na yun second chance opportunity na nasasayang ng Adamson.
Marasigan, nowhere to go. Kicks it out to Pablo. Marasigan with 5 seconds to work with. Cortez penetrates. Cortez spins. Cortez at the buzzer gets it to go.
Ceasefire, sabi ng Adamson Falcons as you watch this replay from Jacob Cortez. Napakahirap ng tira na yon. Off that spin, tapos fade away.
Timeout on the floor. The Green Archers now flexing their muscles here, up by 7 points as we head down the last 6 minutes of action. We'll be right back. Back to the action here, and for those wondering why Luis Pablo and Dungo were not with La Salle to kick off this tournament, is that both guys were part of the 3x3 competition, and they did secure a slot for Aichi Nagoya 2026, which will be scheduled this coming September 20 to 25. Great job by Pablo and Dungo, representing our country, coach. As Torres now will try and navigate through the defense of Abadam. They go for the switch. Erolon, 2 seconds to work with. I don't think they have enough time here, coach, and they will force a turnover, talking about LaSalle.
Yeah, but Jonah had no idea. Now, when the ball came to him, there was just 2 seconds left at the clock. They were trying to tell him, pero hindi siya nakatingin sa teammates niya.
These next few minutes, coach, very important for Adamson, because right now, all momentum is with the Green Archers. Cortez gets a screen from Pablo. Now the shot clock winding down for LaSalle as well. Cortez kicks it out. Marasigan from deep. Off target that time. Jonas skying for that rebound. Torres, realizing that he does not have the numbers, pulls the ball back. Anabo, he'll pop from 3. His shot is short. Montebon in the paint. Montebon gets blocked by Amos and says a few words to him right after.
Yeah. Another second chance opportunity na naman sana para dito sa Blue Shirts, no? Pero they really could not capitalize dun sa mga second serving na yan. Pero tingnan natin.
We talked about the lack of size of Adamson, coach, but they do have 14 offensive rebounds in this game. As we see Jonah as he heads through the free throw line. So you got to give a lot of credit to the Soaring Falcons. They have been hustling there down in the paint to try and get as many opportunities as they can to try and score.
Kasi nga, partner, sabi mo na we're talking about the size na itong Adamson shirts, no? Pero minsan kasi, it's not how big you are, it's how big you play.
And it showed right there, coach. As Adamson were able to get another opportunity, Jordan just could not convert on the first of 2 free throws, but he will have a chance to just make this a 2-possession game on the second free throw. Second free throw for Jonah is no good as well.
That's huge. That's huge.
A goose egg.
Kailangan nila yung mga points
Oh,
nila,
yeah.
no?
Especially in the fourth quarter, every point is vital, coach. Makalalag couldn't score. Pablo couldn't score either, but he will head through the free throw line. And another good cut by one JC Makalalag.
Diba? Ang ganda ng backdoor niya na yan. Medyo na sobrang lang yung pectus eh. Diba? Pero Luis Pablo now getting rewarded for that offensive rebound. So he'll try to score that from the free throw line.
First free throw by Pablo is up, and it is good. And now the lead is up to 8 points for De La Salle, which is now their biggest of the game. There's one thing about La Salle, they love to come back and really stun these opponents, showing the heart of a champion.
Exactly. Di ba nga, sabi nila, it's not how you start eh.
Yep. They don't give awards for best first quarter.
Again, walang ganun.
Jonah, his teardrop is off the mark. Makalalag secures the rebound.
They just can't find their rhythm right now. Kailangan ng Adamson ng isang player to set up the tone for them dito sa last 5 minutes natin.
Kulang receiving the ball very deep. And Ding tried to gamble for the steal. Makalalag drives. Makalalag with the lefty layup.
Grabe. JC Makalalag just cruising his way to the basket. Dinaanan niya lang yung defense to the precious Jonah.
Jonah nearly turns it over. They do. Kulang one-on-one against Jonah. Kulang will score!
What a sequence para dito sa Green Archers.
It seemed like, Coach, the Falcons were getting momentum there in the fourth with Erolon making 2 straight threes. But these past few minutes, it's just been all LaSalle.
Napakagandang tingnan nun. Big guy. Grabe yung hustle. Taking it all the way to the basket. May kasama pang foul yun. And now, for a chance for an N1 play.
Good stroke there by Moses Kulang. And now a 13-point lead with LaSalle applying full court pressure. Anabu, Medina fakes the pass to Jonah. Anabu being guarded right now by Cortez. And alone with a cut, he was open for a second.
He was begging for it.
Shot clock again winding down. Jonah, hill drive, offhand again and scoring with Precious Jonah.
He just muscled his way sa defense neto ni Moses kulang, no? Pero we need more of that para dito sa Adamson Falcons to get back sa game. That's still an 11-point lead.
Cortez nearly traveled, was looking for a foul call. But the ball will stay on this side of the floor. Again, coach, if you're Adamson, just way too many possessions right now where they just take too much of the shot clock and they have to settle for contested shots.
Mga 6 minutes.
Di ba? Di ba kakasabi ko lang, para sa last 5 minutes natin. Di ba? 3 na lang.
Three minutes and 44 seconds left of our ball game. LaSalle with an 11-point lead, and a huge reason for that is when Luis Pablo, coach, making his debut right now with 10 points and 7 rebounds.
Diba, as the pregame, as what we've mentioned, ibang-iba ang magiging dynamics ng De La Salle na team na to with Luis Pablo on that court.
Abadam scores on that mid-range stab, and the lead is back to 13 for the Archers. Heading now, Jonah down in the paint, gets the end one!
Now that's huge para dito sa Adamson Falcons. So kasi pwede nilang maibaba yung kalabangan to just 10 points with his end one shot para kay Precious Jonah. Kaso, after this shot, they need to really put on the pressure sa defense and try to force a stop.
Because right now, coach, for the Falcons, it's just been all Jonah and Erlon, as they will have another opportunity at Ding. Back to Erlon from way downtown! Money on the three! Matthew Erlon with 3 threes now in the quarter.
They needed that 3 para dito kay Erlon, not just dun sa points, pero dun sa hype, diba? Yung energy na nabigay ng points na yun.
A 5-point possession there for the Falcons as Cortez pulls the ball back, and they'll have 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Step back jumper off target. Jonah securing the basketball, and he will be fouled. Just the 3rd team foul for the Archers. 8-point game, 2 minutes and 52 seconds, coach. Still a lot of time.
Yes.
And they've really loved going to Precious Jonah there off those pick and roll action.
So, Jonah's really lifting Adamson sa rebounding, di ba? Nakita mo yun, he went against Luis Pablo and Moses Kulang and got that defensive rebound.
Ding now with the basketball. Crosses it over. Jonah was wide open in the post. A bit too late on the pass. Cortez nearly stole the basketball. As I believe the ball will stay on this side of the floor for now. As Coach Topex Robinson, coach, is pleading for a review.
But I'm not sure. Pero I think they can review sa outside na calls. I'm not sure though. Yun na nga. They're gonna grant it.
So there will be a head coach's challenge here. Referees will try and sort this thing out.
Outside. Successful yung challenge.
So a successful challenge there by LaSalle. Great decision making there by Coach Topex Robinson. So LaSalle with an opportunity here to really close the door on Adamson's final hopes on this possession. As Adamson now going for a 2-on-2 full court look to really make things difficult, at least change up the defensive coverages against LaSalle. Abadam back to Cortez.
No problem dun yung ginawang trap netong Adamson.
Cortez penetrates through the lane, couldn't get the go. Pablo tried to tip it in, but could not get the fall either. And now Adamson, the door is wide open. Erolon, he has been on fire from three. Erolon drives down low to Barcelona.
Now they need this stop right here, right now. This is a 6-point game.
Amos, double team. Great find to Makalalag. And there is a foul, I believe a holding foul. As the foul will go to Mate Erolon. Just their third team foul, so no harm done. As the shot clock will reset to 14 seconds. Amos, they're trying to give it to Cortez. Great denial there by Erolon. Makalalag will bust out his DIY kit. Makalalag, Pablo, did he get it off in time? Doesn't matter. As Pablo misses on that shot. And now Adamson can trim this deficit even further. Erolon with the basketball. 12 seconds to work with. Erolon short on that three-pointer. Great move though by Erolon. He got open, but might have been a bit fatigued because the shot was very short, coach.
You gotta commend the defense as well. He stayed with Erolon the whole time, even when the shot went up, andun pa rin yung kamay. Kaya result siya ng air ball natin. Pero, coaches ng Adamson was telling him to drive it to the basket.
Cortez with the basketball will wisely take time off the clock. As he'll do a pick and roll with Amos. Cortez with the sauce. Kicks it out to Amos. Abadam could not read the shot clock. as it will be a shot clock violation. Back-to-back now, Coach.
Yeah.
Shot clock violation on LaSalle as we have a timeout on the floor here. 50.8 seconds left of our ball game.
First game niya ba? Riyan lang. Sige na siya. Karon sa nabot.
Back to the action here to bring you the last 50.8 seconds of our ball game between Adamson and LaSalle. And again, Coach, those past two possessions from LaSalle resulting in a shot clock violation. If there was any pro to that situation for LaSalle, was that they managed to chew a lot of time off the clock.
Oh, yun lang nga. Oh, yun yung naging kahit pa paano, okay na rin na nangyari. Pero, eto na nga, Adamson ball. Tingnan natin what they're gonna do off that timeout.
A bit of a must-score situation for Adamson on this possession. As LaSalle looking for a bit, opting, for a bit of a zone look on this possession. As Jonah gives it to Torres. Torres, he will get the bucket to go! And it's just down to 4 points, Coach. After Adamson trailed by 13 in this fourth quarter.
What a timely shot there para dito kay Ray. Allen Torres, no?
He was off balance there, Coach. He had the body control to still get the shot to go. Don't look now, still a very tight ball game. Torres can make this a one-possession game with a free throw.
Everyone just making sure na nasa positions sila lahat at tama.
Torres now. Ice in the veins. Ray Allen Torres. As LaSalle now look to talk things over here. Just when you thought LaSalle was heading to the finals after leading by as much as 13, with 3 minutes to go there in the fourth quarter, Adamson trying to mount an insane comeback as they now only trail by 3 points. Full court pressure by Adamson. Great play by LaSalle as they will try and use as much clock as they can. And they have it with Cortez, who passed it off to Marasigan. He believes he has a mismatch against Jonah. Marasigan penetrates and with the sauce, just could not get the shot to fall. Marasigan had Jonah on skates, just could not get his jumper to fall.
Pero last touch, blue shirt, so the ball will stay sa LaSalle.
But we will have a review on the floor. We'll see who has the ball after this quick commercial break.
Last touch yan.
So a huge call there, coach. The ball will stay with the Green Archers. And now, I believe they're just trying to sort out the clock issue. I mean, I wouldn't mind if these two teams play for another 5 minutes, coach, am I right? If these two teams play another 5 minutes, because right now we have 5 minutes on the clock. Now we're back to 11 seconds.
Pero mali yun 21 seconds.
Oh, so it's still not right even. 21 seconds is right. I'm not sure. That also happened last night, where 21 minutes. 21. Just trying to sort out the clock issue. So the official time is 21.1 seconds.
Oh. So there's gonna be still a difference sa shot clock natin dito.
The clock issue has been sorted out, so 21 seconds on the game clock, 14 seconds on the shot clock. On that previous possession, coach, mostly we see LaSalle down in the clutch. They go to Jacob Cortez, but that time they went to Boris Marasigan. Jonah now will defend the inbound pass from Makalalag. Expect here for Cortez to really receive the basketball. Great defense. Ooh. And a turnover is forced by the Falcons. Great defense there by Precious Jonah, denying using his hands to really make life difficult for Makalalag.
Wala siyang makitang pasahan eh. Hindi niya na mahanap yung mga white shirts nung play niya na yun, which indeed resulted to a 5-second violation.
A very interesting substitution, coach, as Jonah is getting subbed out on this possession. So it seems like Adamson will probably try and go quick here because they have a lot of speed now playing 5 guards.
And they do have one more timeout left, huh? Coach Nash will opt not to use this last timeout of his.
Eding with the basketball. Gives it to Torres, who's being guarded by Dungo. Torres, 8 seconds. Torres, Medina, Eding for the tie. Goal! Eding ties up this ball game. Great play there by the Falcons. Medina had the look, but passed it off to Eding for a wide open triple.
That all started dahil sa defensive stops na nagawa nitong Adamson. So really props to their defense. Ngayon, tingnan natin anong gagawin ng Lasal as we check on this replay. Extra pass. Eding. Cash out yan para sa Adamson.
Timeout on the floor. 2 seconds. Lasal ball.
Check.
Check. Okay, na.
Better man.
What a game we have here between the Soaring Falcons and the Green Archers. 2 seconds. And very interesting here, Cortez will be the inbounder for LaSalle, as Adamson again choosing to go for size to guard the inbounds with Demisana.
Who are they gonna go to for this last shot?
Cortez wanted to go for the alley-oop. Makalalag for the win! Oh! And we will go to overtime as LaSalle and Adamson are knotted up at 6-6 apiece.
Coach Marcela pleading his case na 5 seconds na nga namang no yun. Pero, yun, sinabi mo kanina, 5 more minutes. Here we go.
5 more minutes on the clock to determine the first team who will head to the finals. We'll be right back. Start of the overtime session. Coach, what a comeback there by Adamson. trailing by 13 points in the fourth quarter. They just continue to chip away and force a lot of defensive stops. And on that previous possession, your father mentioned it. Why did they have to defend Torres, who was driving, when they were down by 3?
Exactly. I mean, they could have just given him that drive.
No.
So it's just a 2-point lead.
2-point game.
He'd still be up by 1 point. Diba?
Yeah, and Adamson took a lot of time on that possession.
Oo.
We were expecting them to go quick.
Even Coach Josh was shouting at his player, go, drive, drive.
But now we will have overtime as Erolon had Jonah open down low. He finally gives it to him. Jonah gets it to go.
Ngayon, lamang na bigla ang Adamson Falcons.
Cortez, can he finally get it going? Pablo passes off to Amos. Cortez. Great defense here by the Falcons. They want to give to Amos down low. Cortez spins. Cortez scores! Just as I mentioned it, Cortez now up to 13 points, and we are tied again. A lot of lead changes in this ball game. Erolon back to Jonah. Could not get the layup to fall, but he will head to the free throw line, as I believe the foul will go on Mason Amos, coach.
For a moment there, I thought he was gonna slam it home.
Jonah probably saw when Luis Pablo missed that dunk, so he was like, I'll just lay it in just to make
It's the same
sure.
2 points.
Yep, it's the same 2 points. Now, Precious Jonah, he has struggled from the free throw line, 2 of 5. And just as I say that, the announcer's jinx that favor Precious Jonah getting the first of 2 free throws to fall. Adamson now with a 1-point lead. Make that 2 as Jonah goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line.
Minsan talaga, pagka crunch time, crucial moments, wala nang stats eh. Just willingness and pure heart na lang talaga.
Calm and collected there was Jonah on the free throw. Cortez, they give it to Amos down in the post. Being guarded by Anabo. Amos, his hook shot is short. Adamson can make this a 2-possession game. Medina. Yep.
Gusto kunin ni Erolon yung bola, pero grabe yung deny ni Abadab.
Jonah,
Oh,
deep in the perimeter, nearly turns it over. Jonah drives. Jonah lefty layup is off target. But the ball will stay on this side of the floor, as the Falcons will have just 1 second to work with.
change ball pala. I was wondering where the referee was gonna go.
Medina will be the inbounder for the Falcons. This shot is going to be very quick. The chess match now between Pablo and Anabo, coach. Taking a while for this inbound to be put in play. They finally gave it to him. Anabo could not get the shot to fall, as it will be a shot clock violation for the Soaring Falcons. And now JP Barcelona checking in for Manu Anabo, who has really struggled in this game, coach. Talking about Manu Anabo, who only has 1 point up to this point. The hero there of the fourth quarter, Iding, checks in for the first time of overtime.
Pero medyo maliit pa rin dito yung blue shirts natin, ah.
As LaSalle, a lot of size on the LaSalle side, but they have yet to use it to their advantage. Barasigan back to Makalalag. Makalalag nearly loses it.
Almost.
Cortez kicks it out. Abadam for the lead. Couldn't get it to fall, as there is a foul called. I believe the ball will stay on this side of the floor. The foul will be called on Ding. Very surprising to see here, Coach. If they want to generate more opportunities to score, they've yet to go to Moses Kulang here in overtime.
Warning. Medyo lumapit yung defense sa inbounder. Pero yeah, as what you mentioned, si Moses kulang. Kasi ang ganda na pinapakita dito ni Luis Pablo.
And they need more speed to contend with the small guards of Adamson who are going for false malls and one big. Marasigan, double team. Erolon with the steal. Barcelona gives it back to Erolon. Pick and roll action between Erolon and Jonah. Erolon with the layup!
Wow! What a move para dito kay Erolon.
They are getting whatever they want on the offensive side. Talking about Adamson. Cortez drives. Cortez was fouled. So I believe that foul was called on the floor.
And penalty na dito, both teams natin. So Jacob Cortez will try to get this two-pointer from the free throw line.
And just as I said, Coach, now Moses Kulang checking back into the game. Meanwhile, Coach Nash Rosella will counter with Manu Anabu checking in for JB Barcelona. Cortez with a chance to make this a one-possession game. And he was very short on that first free throw. Second free throw now up for Jacob Cortez. And it's now a one-possession game. 3-point lead for the Falcons.
The white shirts really needed to get a stop right here, right now. Kasi 3 points is still manageable. Pero pag yan umangat na sa 5 points, medyo mahirapan sila.
But we have seen crazier things as Erolon, another layup! Erolon has been cash here in the fourth quarter and overtime as Adamson now with a 5-point lead.
Erolon just taking over the offensive.
Cortez drop pass to Kulang. He has the end one! Back and forth we go. The story of this entire ball game.
Great composure there, no, para dito kay Moses Kulang.
And now, a chance for Kulang to make this just a 2-point game. As Tovera checks back in, subbing in for Marasigan.
Okay, now that's an interesting sub.
You'd think that LaSalle went short now because they have Tovera. There's still a lot of length on their team with Pablo and Kulang.
Malaki pa rin yan.
Montebon. Tovera tried to go for the steal, but he will be called for a foul. An unfortunate foul if you're De La Salle because they are in the penalty. And Montebon is a very sure-handed shooter from the free throw line.
Yeah, you do not want him standing right there right now.
But overall, Montebon, a bit of a quiet game for him, just 4 points on 2 of 5 from the field. But none of those points are going to be as crucial as these 2 free throws right now. Gets the fortunate bounce on that first free throw.
Pangpatril lang.
So the lead for Adamson is back up to 3 points. Second free throw from Montebon. Could not get the bounce this time.
Pero nakuha pa ni Anabu.
But Anabu with the offensive rebound. Eding. Set out to Medina. Medina top of the key. Gets it to go! Oh, Medina with a three-pointer to give Adamson a 6-point lead with 1 minute and 19 seconds left to go in overtime.
Earl Medina, that was only his second shot this night. That's his first three-point attempt, but he made sure that it's gonna count.
Stoppage on the floor here. 1 minute and 19 seconds as Asal look to talk things over. But again, a great veteran move there by Erolon, using the spin move. And then from there, he had Tovera on his hip, and then Tovera had no choice but to commit a foul.
Tsaka, ang dami niyang naubos na oras dun sa possession na yun kahit papaano.
Erolon can make this a 3-possession game now. Bring their lead to as much as 8 points. And a lot of tactical substitutions here, Coach, for Nash Rosella. Now he's subbing in 4 more other players.
Gets that shooter bounce once more. Ganon-ganon din yung tira kanina ni Montebon, di ba? Oh, actually, 5 na. Yung tactical sub na papasok.
A platoon swap now for Coach Nash Rosella if Erolon makes this free throw. And he does. 8-point lead as Mangaron checks back in. So no platoon swap, only Mangaron. I'm not sure why there's so many Adamson players by the scorer's table.
I was about to ask that as well.
Cortez, they need to go quick here. Amos for 3, off target. But they will have another opportunity. Cortez for 3 now. He gets it to go.
Oh, there it is.
And now the platoon swap will check in for Adamson.
Oh, it's for offensive purposes pala. Yun yung sinabi ni Coach Rosella. Pag pumasok yan, tsaka niyo isub.
44 seconds, a lot of time, just a 5-point lead for Adamson. They need to really prevent a turnover here as a foul is called. Erolon will head back to the free throw line.
Another trip na naman para dito kay Erolon sa free throw line. And another tactical substitution once more.
Nash Rosella loves to mix and match these matchups, coach. Continuing to sub offense for defense for his squad. And Erolon can make this a 7-point game with 2 free throws. And it has been his 4th quarter and overtime, coach.
Grabe yung ginagawa ni Erolon. Nag-take over talaga siya dun sa offensive duties para dito sa Adamson Falcons.
Erolon cashes in on that first free throw as he's now up to 22 points on a very efficient 7 of 12 from the field. Two of 2 from the line for Mati Erolon. Calm and collected. Ice in the veins for Mati Erolon.
Partner, reminder lang dyan sa viewers natin ha. Semis pa lang to. Semis pa lang to. They're just fighting for that championship spot.
Cortez to Tovera in the corner. Cortez from way downtown. That shot was short as Barcelona secures the basketball. And now the Falcons can see it. The door is open. Their spot in the finals is nearly secured here as LaSalle will not try and go for the foul anymore. Barcelona to Cruz Dumont. Barcelona for the dagger. Nearly got the banker to fall. And that will be the end of our ball game as the Soaring Falcons come back from 13 down in the 4th quarter to upset LaSalle as the Falcons now secure their spot in the finals.
Just pure heart and pure grit para dito sa blue shirts natin. No? Parang sa defensive stops and then converting crucial baskets.
That will be the end of our first game of the
Stretch. Copy ka ba?
What a game between Adamson and De La Salle Green Archers. We have here the player of the game from Adamson Soaring Falcons, Mati Erolon with 20 points, 1 rebound, 4 after going into the overtime, you came through when Adamson needed you the most. Ikaw yung naging savior ng Adamson, finishing with 20 points. What was going through your mind during those crucial moments of the game, and what allowed the team to stay composed?
Unang-una sa lahat, gusto ko magpasalamat kay Lord God sa binigay sa amin ng panalo. Siguro yung team effort namin, tsaka hindi kami susuko hindi kami susuko hanggang sa dulo. So, thankful ako kay God na binigay sa amin yung panalo.
So it was such an intense and physically demanding semifinal between De La Salle. What will Adamson need to do differently or better tomorrow to be ready for the championship game?
Siguro mag-rest kami, pahinga para bukas, tapos manonood kami for sure para sa bukas na game.
What would you like to say to the fans who supported Adamson this evening?
Gusto ko lang magpasalamat sa mga nanonood sa RCIT. Sobrang saya na makalaro dito. And sana manood kayo sa next game namin bukas. Shoutout pala sa family ko sa Dumaguete, sa Kuya Popo, kay Ninoy, Ate Mimi, Ate Cory, Papa, Lola, tsaka sa mga pinsan ko, tsaka sa girlfriend ko, and sa mga teammates ko. And happy birthday, Kenji, Kanyele, and Jarl Artango.
And once again, Manny Iralon for your Adamson Soaring Falcons going to the championship game tomorrow. This is your Rojas City Invitational Tournament 2026. Next is the game between Brian Kerr Academy and University of Perpetual Altas. That is it for this evening. Watch out as we move to the semifinals game.